Let's watch this video. It's called Does It Ever Get Better?
Being pathetic and miserable is hard. Being successful and shaped and disciplined is hard, but you gotta choose your heart because it's the same heart. Looking at yourself being in the misery is so painful, but having the discipline and showing up for yourself every day is so hard. But I did choose my heart, and that's when my life started to change. And now I show up for myself every day, at least 1% every day. 1%. That's all you gotta do. It's 7:45 a.m. where I'm at, and I woke up this morning crying from happiness and from the amount of uh, gratitude that I feel, because I remembered a year ago exactly today, I was so deep into a year-long depression. Every day was a struggle, trying to survive literally, and being paralyzed. And now that I look at those days from this perspective, I understand how every day of that year led me to where I am right now. I am living my dream life, literally. I have everything that I've ever wanted right now. And I had everything that I ever wanted back then, but it was all matter of perspective. I stayed in the same loop until I didn't change my perspective on my life and the situation where I was at. I realized that all those days I was just playing victim, I would be like, why did I deserve this? I was losing friends, I was losing jobs, I was losing situations, fights with family members, like everything was basically going to shit. So I was always questioning myself, like, why did I deserve this, God? Like, I was trying to find the answers, like, why? Anyways, and then everything changed the moment I realized God is not punishing me. God is trying to tell me something that I'm not seeing. That's why I'm stuck in this loop for so long. So, what is it? It's something that I'm not seeing. So, I started observing myself, my thoughts, my life. I took every sign, every possible sign that I could take as a sign. And then I started seeing changes. I would change something with everything starts from within. So I did start changing uh, my perspectives, my thoughts, my actions, and then my surroundings, my habits, and bam, I was out of there like nothing. The moment I got out of that depressive state, I realized that the whole year, everything was perfect. I was perfect. All my thoughts were perfect. Everything around me was perfect. I think that's the biggest paradox of our life. You think you're deep in shit, but everything is always so perfect. You're always so perfect. There is no better way, better situation, or worse. There's no worse or better. There just is. You just are. And everything you are right now, everything you have right now, it's perfect. Everything happens only for two reasons. One is for you to enjoy it, and the second is for you to learn and grow. But outcome from both situations is positive because you're a better person. If something negative happens to you, you learn and grow. So it's still a positive outcome. If we take an example of my year, it was shit. It's all happened within 4 months. And I lost my friends. I lost my dog. I was losing my shit. I lost myself. I lost my boyfriend. Everything was I was not doing it. And then I left to the mountains and spent the whole summer in there alone, trying to figure shit out. But actually what I was doing, I was just avoiding stuff and situation and people. And I was in my head like trying to find answers like da 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 da. No, everything is perfect. You gotta let it go. You just gotta see, observe what's the universe trying to teach you with the bad situations, with the negative situations. First of all, I realized that I lost all that shit because life was getting me ready for something bigger, something that I asked for.
Curious thoughts. The fact that she says that everything is perfect reminds me a lot of what one might hear from Jim Carrey. Um, you're not here, it's just things that are happening, something like that type of dialogue. I mean, it is indeed true, and he is one of those examples that you can have exactly everything that you've always wished for, your dream life, and be absolutely miserable. You don't feel well in your own skin at all. Because what we feel, it has absolutely nothing, as in our baseline, to do with what happens around us. It has to do with what happens inside us, inside our bodies, most specifically our gut microbiome. We are just a mirror of how they feel. If you feed them what they want, they become happy, you become happy, and the other way around. So for example, my life has basically changed nothing from last year. Actually, my biggest complaint last year was that I was too alone, too little surrounded by people. This year, I'm even less surrounded and I feel more content. Why? Because I changed how I feed my biome. It's the only thing that changed. My life continues to be as boring as it was, as unsuccessful as it was. People give me as little credit as they gave me before. I mean, yeah, it's as simple as that. Does it ever get better? Sure, if you improve what you eat. If you start eating more primally, think of yourself as being in the wild. What do you eat? Are you going to eat leaves and roots and seeds? No, they are extremely bitter. You won't like them. What you will eat is um, is fruits if you find them, or honey, but that's only in the autumn. You'll eat some eggs if you find them, but that's kind of occasional. What you'll mostly eat is fish if you're near the sea, and most probably meat, because that's what your senses crave. That is mostly, well, you won't even drink water mostly because most places don't have water. You drink the animal juice. And yeah, we go, and Western Price has done that. Go to the tribes, to remote areas, and you see how happy they are, and you realize it was never about what you have, if you have convenience or comfort or whatever. It has always been related to how you feed, what you consume. We are consuming deodorants, we are consuming crap hair from factories and whatnot. We are consuming a bunch of radio, how do you say, radiation all the time from phones being with Bluetooth and headphones and whatnot. And we can do some things like going backwards, not wearing perfume, etc., etc., not using the Teflon pans, using stainless steel, or ideally eating raw, because if you eat what you're supposed to, like fruit, like honey, like meat from a healthy animal, or their byproducts, there's absolutely no reason to cook. More actually, reason not to cook.
And I had to get rid of all those situations and people because if I stayed there, I wouldn't be there. I'm not talking about my dog.
Yeah. I mean, a dog is very easily replaceable, I'm sorry to say. I mean, if he dies, of course, if you had an emotional attachment, if that we should never ever have even to people. I mean, your kid should go away to university or whatever, and even though you might feel like, oh, I wish he would stay more, it should not break your heart. If your father goes away um, at an old age, I mean, you should have already emotionally had been ready for it. I mean, you have, for example, a couple of dogs. If one of them goes away, it's not like it's going to be a big deal. You might feel sad for a few weeks, which is perfectly natural. Something just ended. But other than that, it's just it's just life. If you lost your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, I mean, you're pretty good looking. It's not like it's going to be hard for you to get somebody like within a couple of days. I mean, I could not say the same thing if I wanted to get somebody attractive ish. So, yeah, I mean, what the hell do you want more? You say you have somewhat of a dream life, you lost your dog, you get another, lost your girlfriend, your boyfriend, get another, just eat better and feel better in your skin. All that you will ever need, really.
Obviously, he was an angel, but the rest of it, I had to. Because if I didn't lose all those jobs and people, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
She's very true about this thing. Is she's so this is a virtual reality, and Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, goes through this very deeply studied with measurement technology tools to measure vibration and frequencies. And basically, when you think you want something, for example, I would like a Ferrari with black paint and tinted windows, and it's the model whatever 458, something like that, with 10 leather seats. Let's say you are sending a signal out to the universe of what you want. But then it's your heart that either attracts that or not that. So if your vibration is in tune with what you want, if you become the person that drives that kind of car, if you wish for a nice, warm, cozy apartment, but you are not nice, warm, and cozy toward yourself, you will never get it. You have to first feel as if you already have it in order to get it. You have to feel like a winner to win. I mean, you go look at people like Cristiano Ronaldo, he's a master at that. He always felt like a winner and then he received the winnings.
And
And you can also see that right now it's not being the case. His feelings have dropped significantly. And you see people who say they had the best partner for life and then they died, and then now they cannot find anybody that is as great because they were so great. You just dropped your vibration significantly. Sorry to say, because I mean, it was your elevation of spirit, so to speak. You were so happy, so content, so fulfilled that you gained the partner that was in that vibration. Now you are sad because you don't have a partner anymore, that you will never be able to find anybody, that your life is going to be empty. And what do you get? That exactly. We get who we are, not what we wish for.
right now, I'm living in heaven, and this is my life. And even though there are bad days, I'm happy. I'm so grateful. And I'm
If your biome is in tip top shape, so to speak, you can have pretty boring or challenging days, and you will just be fine. A bad day is just a day where you don't feel good, even though everything might have been great. You have plenty of examples of people which have a family, they have a nice job where they like feel appreciated for who they are. They have kids that love them, and they are extremely depressed. It has absolutely nothing to do with what surrounds you. It has to do with how you feel from the inside. Thanks for watching.